Our way, true to Kaiser.
There was never a man like my Johnny, like the one they call
I'm sure you'll be fair and equitable, boss.
Johnny Guitar. Play it again, Johnny Guitar.
To the town of our Creole rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip.
Has the Brotherhood been
The
destroyed?
stranger there among them had a
Very
big
well.
iron on his hip.
This latest victory brings to a close my efforts to reshape the power balance of the Mojave.
It was early
And not a
in the
minute too
morning
soon.
when he rode into the
I want you to
town.
join me in my tent. You and I are
He
going to have
came
a private
riding from the
conversation.
south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from each lip.
All right,
And
let's
he's here
state
to
the
do
obvious.
some business
There's
with
something
the
wrong
big
with me.
iron on his hip.
The headache started a couple of months
Big
ago.
iron on his hip.
They weren't too bad at first, but now they come frequently and
In this
they're
town there lived an
debilitating.
outlaw by the name of
For the past 2
Texas
weeks,
Red.
my left leg has been dragging. It's stiffer,
Many
hard to
men
move.
had tried to take him,
And you've seen me
many
blank out.
men were dead.
Lucia says I stare into space, blink a few times, then keep talking like nothing happened. So what's the diagnosis?
And the notches on his pistol numbered
I
one,
figured as much.
19 more.
Congratulations, you just became my personal physician. Do you have what you need to treat my condition?
Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was in Arizona, ranger, wouldn't be too long in town. He came here to take an outlaw back alive or maybe dead. And he said it didn't matter, he was after Texas Red. After Texas Red.
Then go find some proper surgical tools.
Wasn't
The
long
medication
before
from a
the
doctor's
story
bag
was
might come in handy
relayed
too.
to Texas Red.
I'll make sure you're allowed to bring the necessary medications into the
But the
camp.
outlaw didn't
Hurry back.
worry men that tried before
I don't know how long I've got.
20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip.
It's never had a
21
functional
would be the
diagnostic scanning
ranger
module.
with the big iron on his
Without
hip.
that, it's
Big
useless for
iron on
surgery.
his hip.
It's been said that the autodocs were standard equipment in the underground vaults where mankind survived when the bombs fell centuries ago. You can search the vaults,
It was 20
but every
past
autodoc
11
my
when
legion
they
has run
walked
across
down the street.
has been stripped for parts long before we found it.
Folks were watching
Some of my
from
scouts did
windows,
report an abandoned
everybody
vault near
held
Nellis
their
Air
breath.
Force Base.
They knew this handsome
Overrun by
ranger
ghouls, they
was
said.
about to meet his death.
Maybe the infestation has been there long enough to keep scavengers out. Why don't you go and see?
There was 40 feet between
Do
us,
that,
but they
and
stopped
try not to
make
take
their
too
play.
long.
Our
And
way,
the
true to
swiftness
Kaiser.
of the ranger is still talked about today. Texas Red is not cleared leather for a bullet fairly ripped, and the ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. It was over in a moment, and the folks had gathered round. There
I expect to be
before
awed by your
them lay the
dizzying
body of the
mercantile sense,
outlaw
boss.
on the ground. Oh, he might have went on living,
Oh.
but he made one fatal slip when he tried to match the ranger
Right.
with the big iron on
Okay.
his hip. Big iron on his
Like-
hip. Big iron, big iron. When he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip.
Radio New Vegas, and I'm your host, Mr. New Vegas. And in case you're wondering if you've come to the right place,
You're back. Do you need medical attention?
news for you. Witnesses report a huge object or
I
creature
have reserved a
seen
small
like
part of my supplies for sale. The
Photos of the so-called Lake Mead monster are grainy and underexposed. Also, the death toll continues to climb around Camp Forlorn Hope, where Legion raiding parties are still chipping away at the NCR's hold south of the dam. Mojave, Mo problems.
You're back.
Am I right? Here's Bing Crosby reminding us of those times when you absolutely have to kiss the person you love. Something's gotta give. Up next.
Take care.
When an irresistible force such as you meets an old immovable object like me, you can bet just as sure as you live, something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta give.
Awe, by order of Kaiser.
When an
True to Kaiser.
irrepressible smile such as yours warms an old implacable heart such as mine. Don't say no, 'cause I insist. Somewhere, somehow, someone's gonna get kissed. So on guard, who knows what the fates have in store from their vast, mysterious sky. I'll try hard, ignoring those lips I adore. But how long can anyone try? Fight it with all of our might. Chances are some heavenly star-spangled night we'll find out as sure as we live. Something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta give.
Kaisar sleeps, but doesn't awaken. I fear it is only a matter of days before death claims him. You will answer to me until such a time as Kaisar is able to resume leadership. Legate Lanius will take Kaisar's place at the head of the Legion. The Legate is a fine warrior, and the Legion will do well under his command.
A big congratulations to a young band of soldiers who shattered NCR records on a combat readiness
Wally.
evaluation at Camp Golf. Go get 'em, guys. Today's headlines were brought to you by Prem. Prem, the other New Vegas. More classics coming right up for you, so stay tuned.
Kaisar is dead at your hands. This crime cannot go unpunished. Yet you failed, and you must pay. What you say is true. I apologize. Kaisar is dead at your hands. This crime cannot go unpunished. Yet you failed, and you must pay. Avenge Caesar! Another kill to... Like... Caesar is dead, and you're... Another kill to my name! Had enough?
Right. I've been doing it longer than you, pal.
Let's hit the...
I've been doing it
Aw,
longer than you, pal.
Go to sleep. Just lay down your weary head. Dream, sweetly dream. Dream about tomorrow instead. Sleep, go to sleep. Whispering a lullaby tune. Dream, sweetly dream. Swinging with the man in the moon. Why don't you go and take it slow? And don't you know all your lovely dreams will come true? So just close your eyes. Listen to a sweet lullaby. Sleep softly, sleep, and let the world go by.
Caesar's dead. Bet he didn't see this coming when he was having his coffee this morning. Still, it's not gonna stop the Legion. It might not even slow them down. Intel we had back in the NCR said they had a whole succession lined up. They'll replace him as soon as word gets out. The other thing I heard is that he wasn't really commanding the army anymore. Guess we made sure of that. Yeah. That was some kind of stunt we pulled. Whatever happens from here on out, we killed that prick in the middle of his fortress. Ought to give the rest of them something to think about. I've got your back. I'll sit tight. I've got your back.
Welcome back to the Mr. New Vegas show. The show with, in my opinion, which I respect, the best looking audience around. Somebody prove me wrong? All the latest news coming your way right now. The influx of displaced residents to the refugee camp in Bitter Springs has caused a strain on rations there. NCR officials are asking for donations. Moving on. Gomorrah is under new management after the sudden departure of Omerta bosses Nero and Big Saul. The casino's new managers...
Welcome, Sir Orma.
Left. Nero told me him and Big Saul were real tight, see? Said they were gonna go camping up at Lake Mead. Said he'd always wanted to sleep with the lake lurks.
Promotional consideration for this news program has been paid for by the Ultralux. The Ultralux. Live life in the lap of luxury. And now, I'd like to play one of my very favorite songs for you.
Yippee-yay, there'll be no wedding bells for today. 'Cause I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle, jingle, jangle, as I go riding merrily along. Jingle, jangle. And they sing, oh, ain't you glad you're single? Jingle, jangle. And that song ain't so very far from wrong. Oh, Lily Bell, oh, Lily Bell, though I may have done some fooling, this is why I never fell. 'Cause I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle, jingle, jangle, as I go riding merrily along. Jingle, jangle. They sing, oh, ain't you glad you're single? Jingle, jangle. And that song ain't so very far from wrong.
as though there were no tomorrow.
Welcome, sir or ma'am.
Me out of this world tonight. Take me, make me forget my sorrow.
Sure, just don't treat. Sure, just don't treat me like a pack Brahmin, okay?
Kiss me as though it were now or never. Teach me all that a heart should know. Love me as though there were no tomorrow. Oh, my darling, love
Fine by me.
Don't ever let me go.
Let's deal.
Love me as though there were no tomorrow. Oh, my darling.
Sure, just don't treat me like a pack Brahmin, okay?
Don't ever let me go.
I expect to be awed by your dizzying mercantile.
Play the guitar, play it again, my Johnny. Maybe you're cold, but you're so warm.
I expect to be awed by your dizzying mercantile sense, boss.
I was always a fool for my Johnny, for the one they call Johnny Guitar. Play it again, Johnny.
Let's distribute the weight.
What if you go? What if you stay? I love you. What if you're cruel? You can be kind. I know. There was
Sure, just don't.
I'm sure you'll be fair and equitable, boss.
like the one they call.
Sure, just don't treat me like a pack Brahmin, okay? Sure, just don't treat me like.
Fine by me.
There was never a man like my Johnny, like the one
Howdy, folks. It's Mr. New Vegas, and I have a good feeling about all of you listening. If you like news, you're gonna love our next segment.
I'm sure
Rumors continue to swell that Mr. House, the
Good.
father
What's
of
this
New
one? Line and
Vegas,
bottles. Good.
has
Line and
passed
bottles.
away.
Let's deal.
Who will fill the power vacuum on the Strip remains uncertain. In other news, NCR Rangers are being pulled off the front line as part of a campaign to secure existing NCR territory, according to anonymous sources. Stay classy, New Vegas. And now, I'd like to play one of my very favorite songs for you.
Oh! Hi again! Can I... Oh! Hi again! Oh! Hi again! Oh! Hi again! Can I help you with something else? Oh! Hi again! Can I help you with something else? Oh! Hi again! Can I help you with something else? Oh! Hi again! Can I help you with something else? Oh! Hi again! Can I help you with something else? Mr. House is out of the picture and you have the platinum chip? Wonderful! Let's go!
Of hearts have been broken just because these words were spoken. I love you, yes I do. I love you. If you break
Hi!
my
This is big, huh?
So be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie.
Be sure it's true when you say I love you, honey. 'Cause you got sense enough to know it's a sin to tell a lie. Whole lot of folks' heart is done been broken just over a whole lot of foolish words.
Have been broken just because these words were spoken. I love you, yes I do. I love you. If you break my heart,
Stay away.
I'll die. So be sure it's true when you say I love you.
It's a sin to tell a lie.
Be sure it's true when you say I love you, honey. 'Cause you got sense enough to know it's a sin to tell a lie. Whole lot of folks' heart is done been broken just over a whole lot of foolish words that's been spoken.
I love you, yes I do. I love you. If you break my heart, I'll die. So be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie. Yes, I do. I love you. If you break my heart, I'll die. So be sure it's true when you say
I'll sit.
I love you.
Okay.
It's a sin to tell a lie.
Be sure it's true when you say I love you, honey.
Hi! This is big, huh?
You got sense enough to know it's a sin to tell a lie. Whole lot of folks' heart is done been broken just over a whole lot of foolish words that's been spoken.
I love you, yes I do. I love you. If you break my heart, I'll die. So be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie. Yes, I do. I love you. If you break my heart, I'll die.
Oh.
So be sure it's true when you
Should have brought
say
something.
I love you. It's a sin
I'll
to tell a lie.
Be sure it's true when you say I love you, honey. 'Cause you got sense enough to know it's a sin to tell a lie. Whole lot of folks' heart is done been broken just over
Okay.
a whole lot of foolish words that's been spoken.
I love you, yes I do. I love you. If you break my heart, I'll die.
Hi! This is...
So be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell Yes, I do. I love. If you break my heart,
Okay.
I'll die. So be sure it's true. When you
dearie,
say
let's go.
I love you, it's a sin
Oh.
to tell a lie.
Be sure it's true when you say I love you, honey. Call. You got sense enough to know it's a sin to tell a lie.
Hi! This is big, huh? A very big moment. Here goes. I'll just take that platinum chip off your hands. Thanks. Wish me luck.
If you break my heart,
Wow. Mr. House had quite a setup here. I can access his databanks and view telemetry on every Securitron on the network.
when you say
Wait.
I love you,
So, that's what the platinum chip does. Interesting. Mr. House had a whole demonstration planned for you. Just head downstairs to the lowest level to check it out. You'll see. Step closer to the demonstration area, please. Okay, so you're familiar with Securitrons by now, obviously. I mean, some of your best friends are Securitrons, right? Our titanium alloy housing does a good job of protecting our delicate electronic insides from small arms fire and shrapnel. Our left arm contains an X-25 Gatling laser, quite deadly against soft targets in medium range. Let's light the bomb. And for close-range suppression and crowd control, we have this handy-dandy 9mm submachine gun. Nice. All of this is old hat, right? Here is where it gets interesting. Turns out those are our secondary weapons. All this time we've been running the Mark I operating system, which doesn't have drivers for our primary weapons. Imagine! Now watch this. I'm downloading the Mark II OS to all Securitrons on the network. It makes quite a difference. With the M235 missile launcher, we can engage ground and air targets. And a rapid-fire main launching system makes us deadly in close-range engagements. Woo! Look at that! The OS upgrade also includes drivers for our onboard auto repair systems. Just try to hurt us now. Altogether, this software upgrade confers a 235% increase in combat effectiveness per unit. New Vegas finally has soldiers worthy of protecting it. I hope you enjoyed this demonstration. You can come back up and see me or be on your way. I know you're a busy person.
But the outlaw didn't worry men that tried before were dead.
An entire army of upgraded Securitrons just standing by over at the fort. Pretty neat, huh?
Big iron on his head.
Please, go on.
The morning passed so quickly it was time for them to meet. It was 20
Wow,
past 11.
that
when they
is
walked down
amazing.
the street.
You are just a hero.
Folks were
I am
watching from
serious.
windows, everybody
That's 3 down, 2 to go.
This handsome ranger was about to meet his death.
You really know how to make a robot happy. Seriously, you just made my day.
There
That's
was
4
40
down,
feet
just
between them
1
when
to
they
go.
stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the ranger is still talked about.
You set the
today.
pace. Anything else I can help with?
Texas ready, not cleared leather for a bullet fairly ripped. And the ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. It was over in a moment and the folks had gathered round. There before them lay the body of the outlaw on the ground. Oh, he might have went on living, but he made one fatal slip when he tried to match the Ranger with the big
Whatever you say.
Big iron on his head. Big iron, big iron. When he tried to match the Ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his head.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. New Vegas here.
Our way, true to Kaiser.
Awe, why have you come? My orders are to hold Nelson. So far, the enemy... That remains... Way. True to Kaiser.
Not even slowing it down.
Sleep, go to sleep. Just lay down your
Gonna stick with this bitch.
Sleep, go to sleep. Whispering a lullaby. Waiting with the man in the room. Why don't you go and take it slow? And don't you know all your lovely dreams will come true? Oh, just close your eyes. Listen to a sweet lullaby. Sweet, softly sweet. And let the world go by. Our way. True to Kaiser.
Yes? A glorious victory. You must be very satisfied. I'll send word of your achievement. Perhaps Caesar will see fit to send another Count of Bernium to occupy the camp. Here, take this. My blade. It was a gift from my centurion upon the defeat of the Sundog tribe. That blade has split the heads of them. The only reason I give it to you is to force myself to earn another. True to Caesar.
Get me up. Welcome back to the Mr. New Vegas show. The show with, in my opinion, which I respect, the best looking audience around. Somebody prove me wrong? It's just about time to get you some news. A Legion slaver party was wiped out in a failed raid of the Bitter Springs refugee camp, with 2 armed civilians inflicting heavy Legion casualties. One witness said, quote, God sent us 2 angels, and at least one had him a .308 caliber flaming sword of justice with a telescopic sight. One more story for you.
More of my advisors are starting to talk open. Let me see that. Filthy savages. Probably have to decimate the lot of them. Are these the words of our friend, Caesar?
Great Khans, drive Caesar's dog out of our camp. If he's too slow to flee, kill him.
So stay tuned.
Whoa! Watch out!
Watch out!
Whoa!
All 4 of my most trusted advisors have told me we should break our alliance. Maybe I should hear you out after all. I've heard some things from my most trusted Khans. It makes me wonder whether this alliance is a good idea after all. But I...
In a failed raid of the Bitter Springs refugee camp, with 2 armed civilians inflicting heavy Legion casualties. One witness said, quote, God sent us 2 angels, and at least one had him a .308 caliber flaming sword of justice with a telescopic.
Watch out!
One more story for you. Merchants are saying
Feels good not to have to drag a Brahmin train across the Mojave.
Watch out!
recent days causing concern.
More of my advisors are starting to talk openly of breaking our alliance. I wonder where that idea is coming from. Let me see that. Filthy savages. Probably have to decimate the lot of them. Are these the words of our friend, Caesar?
Great Khans, drive Caesar's dog out of our camp. If he's too slow to flee, kill him.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Like that?
Watch out!
Whoa!
All 4 of my most trusted advisors have told me we should break our alliance. Maybe I should hear you out after all.
And that song ain't so very far from wrong. Oh, Lily Bell, oh, Lily Bell, though I may have done some fooling, this is why I never fell. 'Cause I got spurs that jingle.
I've heard some things from my most trusted Khans. It makes me wonder whether this alliance is a good idea after all. But I want to leave a legacy of greatness when I die. My tribe deserves better than this, cowering in a canyon and living on scraps. Tell me then, if I don't join with Caesar's Legion, where will I find my tribe's lost glory? The followers of the Apocalypse keep many records of the past. It's been a long time since we associated with them, but they might have something. Until you do find me something, though, know that I still plan to lead the great Khans to fight for Caesar.
Watch out!
Whoa!
You're becoming quite the political agitator. I can't say I'm displeased. What do you want to know?
I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle. As I go riding merrily along. And they sing, oh, ain't you glad
And
you
that
single?
song ain't so very far
And that
from
song ain't so
wrong.
very far from wrong.
Oh, Lily
Watch
Bell,
out!
oh, Lily Bell.
Ah, you're back. What else do you need? I should have you torn apart for speaking like that. But maybe you're right. The glory of the past is an empty dream. If the Khans are to be immortal, we must make our own destiny. We won't fight for Caesar, but when he strikes, we will ride out one last time.
And that song ain't so very far from wrong.
Whatever your motivation was, I think we owe you a debt.
Watch out!
Watch out!
You've been doing good things for us. Don't think I haven't noticed. What can I do for you?
How lucky can one guy be? I kissed her and she
I won't let you hurt my baby.
like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? The room was completely black. I hugged her.
Get behind that, sweetheart.
And the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. I've sunshine enough to spread. It's just like the fella said. Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head? Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in a boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. She's telling me we'll be wed. She's picked out a king-size bed. I couldn't feel any better or I'd be sick. Tell me quick, oh, ain't love a kick? Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head?
Welcome back to the Mr. New Vegas show. The show with, in my opinion, which I respect, the best looking audience around. Somebody prove me wrong? More news for you. According to a new report,
Let's see what
violent
you got.
crime is on a sharp decline in New Vegas. The report credits the decline of the population of fiends in the area. In possibly related news, local chem dealers report an overall decrease in their standard of living. One more story for you. Listeners have been unable to pick up radio broadcasts from Black Mountain recently. Most are calling the static, quote, a welcome improvement.
I need to talk to you about something, if you have a minute.
Whether it's good or bad, brings us closer together.
Actually, I'm gonna keep talking anyway. Sorry, but I...
Talking about the greatest feeling in the world, love. Ain't that a kick in the...
Okay.
New Vegas, your little jukebox in the Mojave Wasteland. I am Mr. New Vegas, and I'm here for you. All the latest news coming your way right now. Word out of Camp Golf is that many NCR Rangers can expect redeployment in the near future. One anonymous soldier said it was part of a new strategy. In other news, the influx of displaced residents to the refugee camp at Bitter Springs has caused a strain on rations.
I'll sit.
NCR officials are asking for donations. That's all for
Let's
now.
distribute the weight.
Mr. New Vegas saying, I'm just no good without you. Got some Dean Martin coming up, talking about the greatest feeling in the world, love. Ain't that a kick in the head? Sure is. Dino, it sure is.
Let's deal.
How lucky can one guy be? I kissed her and
Let's distribute the weight.
like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? The room was completely black. I hugged her and she hugged back. Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. I've sunshine enough to spread. It's just like the fella said. Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head?
Sure, just don't treat me like a packed Brahmin, okay?
Like the fella once said,
Lead the way.
ain't that a kick in the head?
What's up? I think you're on the right track. The only way to ensure relative safety and independence for the people of New Vegas is to prevent others from taking control of the region. That means no NCR, no Mr. House, and no Legion.
I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning,
I need to talk to you about something, if you have a
my
minute.
life is gonna be beautiful. She's telling me we'll be wed. She's picked out a king-size bed. I couldn't feel any better, or I'd be sick. Tell me quick, spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be
Let's deal.
beautiful. I've sunshine enough to spread. It's just like the fella said. Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head?
Sure, just don't treat me like a packed Brahmin, okay?
sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the
Lead the way. I need to talk to you about something, if you have a minute. Any day now? Caesar's going to try to march across Hoover Dam and kick NCR out of the Mojave. We're getting caught up in something important out here. Hell, after how you handled Benny, you're practically right in the middle of all this. I know I'm just along for the ride, but it's made me think about the past and how I might be able to help out. I wasn't always with the followers, or with the NCR. My late father was an officer in a group called the Enclave, a remnant of America's pre-war government. Memories being short around here, not a whole lot of people remember them. But they did bad things. Terrorized communities, kidnapped people. Eventually someone stopped them. I was born a few years later at a military base on the coast, a place called Navarro. A lot of different places. I only know what I was told. Some of them were cut down by the NCR and the Brotherhood. Some of them went east. My mother never told me what happened to my father, but she and I went south with some others and integrated into the NCR. When the NCR learned that Enclave personnel had integrated, we kept moving to the fringes. It's one of the reasons why I wound up out here. After the Enclave's command structure fell apart, it was only a matter of time before Navarro was overrun by NCR forces. My mother and I left with some of the troopers from my father's old unit, the same people I've kept in contact with over the years. Anyone who didn't get out was killed by the NCR. Even some of the ones who escaped were eventually hunted down by the Brotherhood of Steel. The Enclave did a lot of bad things, but there were good people at Navarro. Good people with a lot of experience. Not many of them are alive anymore, but I think they can make a difference in the fight against Caesar. Great. I'd like you to talk to the old-timers, the remnants. I don't think I could convince them by myself. To them, I'm still a kid. But you're a big part of what's happening out here. When you talk to them, they'll understand how important this all is. I've kept in contact with them over the years, so I know where you can find them. But I doubt they'll open up to you unless I come along. I know I'm not always the most serious guy around, but this means a lot to me. Thanks.
Let's it. All right, let's.
I'll sit tight.
Right.
No.
Someone finally put down that sick motor runner son.
Hi again.
West Side, huh? I heard about what happened with Anderson. Can't say I'm surprised. He was always a fringe operator in the followers. Of course.
They say those robots on the strip are running around with different faces or something. Don't ask, because I don't know. Sticking around for the attractions? Hello, Arcade. Making some new friends, are you? Why the need for a bunch of old war horses like us? Swooping in on a vertibird, guns blazing? Haven't done that in years, but all right, I'm in. None of this means a thing if the rest of the group doesn't show up, though. Oh, and you'll need my part of the passphrase to get into the bunker. Navarro. I miss those days sometimes. We all had a purpose, you know? I admit that some of the folks in charge were pretty ruthless. The rest of us, though, we were just trying to civilize things. The NCR was still new, and it didn't look like they'd last all that long. Then we lost the oil rig, and shortly after that, the base at Navarro. Nobody left except us remnants. Internal sabotage took down the oil rig. Never did get the full story. The NCR took out Navarro, saying we posed a threat to the region. I was the officer in charge, and Johnson and Moreno were my heavy hitters. Henry handled tech things, and Whitman flew the chopper. Johnson and Moreno never got along, and I had my hands full keeping those two apart some days. It was a difference in philosophy, mostly. Mercy was not part of Moreno's vocabulary. Uh-huh.
Judah Krieger is the glue that's kept us all together over the years, and with good reason. Anyone who can command Moreno and Johnson in the same unit without somebody getting fragged is one hell of a leader. Krieger was polite and kind, but never warm. He always did his best to make me feel welcome in the group. I think he did it out of a sense of loyalty to my father. Loyalty means a lot to Judah. Not loyalty to the Enclave, or even the ideals they fought for, but to the people who served with him. Sometimes I wonder how much of my father they see in me. They went through a lot together, but my family went through it too. I'm glad they've watched out for me all these years. Maybe someday I can return the favor.
So I hear the honcho of one of them strip families up and disappeared. Poof. Yeah, they'll find his body someday.
Play it again, my Johnny. Maybe
Is there something else I can do for you?
but
I'm intrigued. So,
Doc Henry always was a hard one to figure out. It didn't seem to matter whether he was working with humans or dogs. He had an equal lack of affection for both. A regular Diogenes. I'm not sure what the man was after. Knowledge is power, but to what end for Henry, I have no idea. The problem was what mattered to him, not its practical impact. He simply solved riddles because they existed. Not everyone dreams of being a revolutionary, I suppose. Maybe we can't all change the world. Maybe it's enough just to do good for the short time that we're here. No one's going to sing Doc Henry's praises when he's gone, but he's probably saved more lives than I ever will.
What if you're cruel? You can be kind. I know. There was never a man like my Johnny, like the one.
Someone finally put down that sick motor runner son of a bitch.
Johnny Guitar.
Your travels been going all right? Told you everything about us, did he? Well, it's been a while since I've had my hands on the controls of a vertibird. There's a chance I could crash us in the middle of Lake Mead. That place seems to attract aircraft for some reason. But if I get one more chance to fly, count me in. I'll be there. My part of the passphrase is dear. I was never happier than when I was in the cockpit. I was able to go just about anywhere and everywhere, limited only by the fuel I could carry. There were more than a few missions where I took the scenic route home just so I could stay in the air. Caught hell for it every time, but worth it. Some of the things we did were questionable, I know. That's just how it was back then. Figure I've done enough good to make up for any sins, anyhow. Watch your six out there.
Radio New Vegas, and I'm your host, Mr. New Vegas. And in case you're wondering if you've come to the right place, you have. We've got some news for you coming right up. Refugees at Bitter Springs are giving startling accounts of the legate known as Lanius, who is said to be Caesar's top field.
Since my mother died, Daisy's been the only woman in my life. She was the only other woman close to my father, too. She flew him out on over a dozen missions, including his last. I've always been close to Daisy. There have been some good men along the way, but lovers make poor confidants. Daisy never had children of her own, so she was always there to listen. Being in the Enclave didn't mean much to her. She just loved to fly. It broke her heart to be grounded. As screwed up as it sounds, at least she was a part of something. Granted, it was something admittedly pretty bad, but it was something. If you spent the first half of your life flying Enclave troopers in a vertibird, I suppose picking over pre-war rocket parts doesn't quite compare.
When you say I love, it's a sin. Just because these words were spoken, yes, I do. I love. If you break my heart, I'll die. So be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell.
Well, it's about damn time.
If I had to pick anyone who didn't belong in the Enclave, it would definitely be Johnson. He hated what the Enclave was doing. Day to day, week to week, he would question orders, subvert mission objectives, do anything he could to serve without serving. It's amazing he was never court-martialed. He always had good things to say about my father. Said I was like him in a lot of ways. I wish I knew. I grew up without him. I'll always feel like something is missing from my life, but you're right. It's not like I'm the only kid in the wasteland who's grown up without a dad. Johnson always said my father was a good man. If that's the only thing about me that's like him, that's enough for me.
So be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell.
To the town of Alfria rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from each lip. Here to do some business with a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead. He was vicious
Looks like break time's over.
Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was in Arizona, Ranger wouldn't be too long in town. He came here to take an outlaw back alive or maybe dead. And he said it didn't matter, he was after Texas Red. After Texas Red. Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't worry, men that tried before were dead. 20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the Ranger with the big iron on his hip.
Looks like I forgot to lock the doors again. If you're with the NCR, get out. This place is mine, and I'm not leaving.
Time for them to meet. It was 20 past
Yeah.
11 when they walked out in the street.
Been a while, Arcade. So, what's the point of all this? Can't find any younger mercenaries?
They knew this handsome Ranger was about to meet his death.
You can thank the NCR for that one. Wait, this isn't on behalf of the
There was
NCR,
40
is it?
feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the Ranger is still talked about today. Texas Red had not cleared leather for a bullet fairly ripped. And the Ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his
All right, then. I'll show up at this gathering of yours. It might be good to see the others. Johnson excluded. Arcade might have mentioned there's a passphrase needed to get into the bunker. My part is remember.
Before them lay the body of the outlaw on the
Heavy
ground.
weapons trooper. Nothing better than hosing down a target with an excess of bullets and laser fire. By the time I got through with things, not much was left standing. Any morons who didn't run when they saw me coming got what they deserved. Back then, it was war. If we'd been on the winning side, I'd be called a hero.
What's up? Moreno took the fall of the Enclave hard. He never questioned his orders, never questioned the legitimacy of what the Enclave was doing. To him, it was all one unbroken chain, from Washington to Richardson. When we left Navarro, I remember looking up at Moreno. He said, "Kiss America goodbye, boys." When we left the Enclave behind, the love in him burned itself out. Now there's just a bitter old man left. It's been decades, you know. By now, he's been out of the Enclave longer than he was in. Most people know when to hang it up and start over. But not Moreno.
If the NCR ain't got to worry about... Glad to see you made it here all right. So, who are we going up against? Moreno, Johnson, Henry, and I will be the boots on the ground. Whitman will stay with the vertibird. This was a minor refueling station for vertibirds. It seemed an appropriate place to stash our equipment if we ever needed it. I'm surprised this place hasn't fallen apart. When I put it into standby mode, I expected to return to it within a few years, not decades. Well now, an opportunity for payback after all these years. Johnson won't go along with it, though. He actually likes the NCR.
Witnesses report a huge object or creature muster are grainy and underexposed. Also,
He won't turn on us, but he's a good shot, and I'd hate to do this without him.
the legate known as Lannius, who is said to be Caesar's top
No, I'm afraid. Johnson truly hates the Legion.
The legate took over an underperforming
I stopped being Johnson's officer a long time ago. Everyone here respects me, but they don't need to follow my orders. Not anymore. Since Johnson won't be needing his power armor, I've decided to let you have it. You'll need training in how to use it, so talk to Moreno about it.
very favorite sauce for
It
you.
should work.
You got the survivors of the Enclave back together so you could convince them to help Caesar? What are you thinking? Do you want to see Vegas turned into the new slave capital of the West? If the NCR is broken, it will fail on its own. The people who live here don't deserve to be victims of your misguided attempts at political engineering. Or are they just collateral damage? How noble of you. Sorry, but I won't be sticking around to see if you have the courtesy to lay flowers on the mass grave that the Legion's going to dig for them.
About improving the lives of regular folks around here.
Since Johnson won't be coming with us, you might as well take his suit of power armor. I'll teach you the basics of how to use it.
Sure could use a drink.
They say those robots...
Let's see what you got.
on the strip, running around with different faces.
What's up? Why don't you make like Odysseus and get lost? What's up?
Hello.
More of my advisors are Let me see that.
Hello.
More of my advisors. Let me see that. Filthy savages. Probably have to decimate the lot of them. Are these the words of our friend, Caesar?
Great Khans, drive Caesar's dog out of our camp. If he's too slow to flee, kill him. Hey!
More of my advisors are starting. Let me see that. Filthy savages. Probably have to decimate the lot of them. Are these the words of our friend, Caesar?
Great Khans, drive Caesar's dog out of our camp. If he's too slow to flee, kill him. You like that?
All four of my most... I should have you torn apart for... If the Khans are to be immortal, we must make our own destiny. Whatever your motivation was, I think we owe you a debt.
Move along.
The recent disturbance at Gamora has been resolved.
Every Securitron on the network has been upgraded. Pretty neat, huh? The Securitrons at the fort are on standby. I see a status log here confirming that the Mark II OS upgrade installed correctly. They'll be all set to go once we boost my transmitting power and bring them online with the network. But we'll worry about that later. Please, go on. Ooh, sounds dramatic. I like it. Wind them up and let them go. No more cons. That's great. They're just bad. That accounts for all the tribes you needed to get to know. You did a super job wrapping things up, and I'm not just saying that because I have to. Here's some big news. I decoded a military radio transmission, and it turns out the NCR president, Aaron Kimball, is going to visit Hoover Dam. I guess he wants to boost the troops' morale, but according to projections Mr. House made, he has an 83.75% chance of being assassinated. Whoops. Anyway, it looks like Mr. House thought it was important to keep President Kimball alive. Mr. House ran projections on how the NCR public will react to a defeat at Hoover Dam. Overwhelmingly, they'll blame Kimball. But if Kimball dies at Hoover Dam, there's no obvious scapegoat for them to blame, so they'll blame New Vegas instead. So that means reduced tourism for up to 5 years. The equations are pretty complicated. Mr. House sure liked numbers. You are so misunderstood. Well, it's their loss. Forget about the president. We've got something more important to take care of. This gadget I'm handing you is called an override module. Mr. House had 2 of these made years and years ago. Just like him to think ahead. Take the module to the El Dorado substation and attach it to the power control terminal. I'll handle the rest. I'll use the substation to send a huge jolt of electricity to the Lucky 38. Turns out this casino has its own reactor. All it needs is a jump start. With the reactor running at full tilt, I can boost the transmission strength of the Lucky 38's command and control network. I'm talking direct tactical control of hundreds of upgraded Securitrons at vast distances. You know that's gonna come in handy. Great! When this is taken care of, we'll be all set for the Legion to make its move.
For you, so stay tuned.
You're outstaying your welcome.
Move along. Goodbye.
Don't you love seeing the Lucky 38 all lit up? Sign of things to come. Too bad about President Kimball and everything. But hey, stuff happens, right? Exciting news! The Legion's massing troops in a staging area east of the dam. Attack imminent! Monster of the East ready to roll! Great! So I've been looking over Mr. House's force projections and running some calculations. It turns out there are two ways we can win this thing. Hear that? We have options! You could route the dam's power output to the facility under Fortification Hill. That'll restart its reactor, just like you did with the Lucky 38. That'll wake up the Securitron army you left on standby and give us enough force to push the Legion and the NCR straight out of the Mojave. The other option is destroy the dam's generators. Without those, it's just a big bunch of concrete. The NCR won't have any reason to stick around. You don't have to decide yet. For now, all you have to do is take this override module and install it on the terminal in the power control room. Good luck. See you at the dam.
You must get to control. It's all
your little jukebox in the Mojave Wasteland. I am Mr. New Vegas, and I'm here for you. All the latest news coming your way right now. Rumors continue to swell that Mr. House, the father of New Vegas, has passed away. Who will fill the power vacuum on the Strip remains uncertain. In addition, Prim formally sworn a new sheriff today. RNV reporters were on hand to hear the new sheriff address the crowd.
Howdy do, folks. I'm Sheriff Myers. Be good, or I'll shoot you dead.
Promotional consideration for this news program has been paid for by the Ultralux. The Ultralux. Live life in the lap of luxury. Got a song for you now. It's about a guy who's cold on the exterior, but deep down, you know, he's a good man. And his name is Johnny Guitar.
Play the guitar. But you're so warm inside. I was always a fool for the one they Johnny Guitar. But if you stay, I love you. What if you're cruel? You can be kind. I know. There was never a man like my Johnny, like the one they call Johnny Guitar.
Hi! Nice to see you again. So, we can blow up the dam's generators, or I could route the dam's entire power output to the fort. That'll activate a certain army of Securitrons and set them loose to ravage the Legion. What do you say?
Johnny Guitar.
Yes! This is gonna be fun! I'm unlocking the East Power Plant. Hit the manual switch, then go topside and deal with the Legion and NCR.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to me, Mr. New Vegas, and you look extraordinarily beautiful right now. I've got news for you. Gamora is under new management after the sudden departure of Omerta bosses Nero and Big Sol. The casino's new manager spoke to reporters.
Before he left, Nero told me him and Big Sol were real tight, see? Said they were gonna go camping up at Lake Mead. Said he'd always wanted to sleep with the lake lurks.
One more story for you. Several witnesses report a vertibird flying in from the northeast. One of them, using binoculars, claimed it was being flown by a group of old men. That's the news. This is Mr. New Vegas filling in for Mr. New Vegas. Ladies and gentlemen, this next song goes out from me to you.
To the town of our free who rode his way one day. Hardly spoke to folks around his hip, big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from each lip. And he's here to do some business with a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead.
Keep your head down. Could be snipers.
And the Nazis on him with 119 more. And he said it didn't matter, he was after Texas Red, after Texas Red. Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. The morning passed so quickly, it was time for them to meet. It was 20 past 11 when they walked out in the street. Folks were watching from the windows, everybody held their breath. They knew this handsome ranger was about to meet his death, about to meet his death. There was 40 feet between them, they stopped to meet. Still talked about today. Texas Red chocolate leather for a bullet belly, and the ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. And the folks had gathered round. There before them lay the body of the outlaw on the ground. Oh, he might have won when he tried to match the big iron on his hip. He tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip. I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle, jangle, as I go riding merrily along. Jingle, jangle. And they sing, oh, ain't you glad you're single? Jingle, jangle. And that song ain't so very far from wrong. Oh, Lily Bell, oh, Lily Bell, oh, Lily Bell. Though I may have done some fooling, this is why I never fell. I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle, jingle, jangle, as I go riding merrily along.
An envoy of Vegas, yet you can't.
And that song ain't so very far from wrong. Song ain't so very far from wrong. Oh, Lily Bell, oh, Lily Bell, though I may have done some fooling, this is why I never fell. 'Cause I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle, jingle, jangle, as I go riding merrily along.
sing, oh, ain't you glad to sing? And that song is so very far from wrong.
An envoy of Vegas, yet to carry yourself for battle. An envoy of Vegas, yet to carry yourself for battle. If so, you cannot truly be of that city of cowards. We shall see how brave you are when nailed to the walls of Hoover Dam, your body facing west so you may watch your world die. Another kill to my name. An envoy of Vegas, yet to carry yourself for battle. If so, you cannot truly be of that city of cowards. We shall see how brave you are when nailed to the walls of Hoover Dam, your body facing west so you may watch your world die. An envoy of Vegas, yet to carry yourself for battle. If so, you cannot truly be of that city of cowards. We shall see how brave you are when nailed to the walls of Hoover Dam, your body facing west so you may watch your world die. An envoy of Vegas, yet to carry yourself for battle. If so, you cannot truly be of that city of cowards. Many graves in the East are filled with those who said as much, with braver words, not backed by strength. It is Kaiser's will this gate to the west bear the flag of the Legion. Kaiser's will shall be done. We shall see how brave you are when nailed to the walls of Hoover Dam, your body facing west so you may watch your world die.
I got spurs that jingle,
I got spurs that jingle, jangle,
and I
jingle.
go right merrily
As I go right merrily along.
and they sing, oh, ain't you glad?
And they
for such as you.
Caesar on the cross. Been a long time since I've seen the kind of work you've laid down today. A damn long time. And the screams of those Legion bastards as they kick dirt running east like a choir of angels to my ears. Speaking of, that crazy light show over the fort? What the fuck was that? Some kind of thumb of God you called down? Amazing. Fucking amazing. Could use 100 of you. Just scatter you over the east like jacks. Give those plum fucks the what for.
Warms an old implacable heart such as mine. Don't say no, 'cause I insist. Somewhere, somehow, someone's gonna get kissed. So on guard, who knows what the fates have in store.
And, well, these boys with you? Hello there, Smiley.
I'll try hard.
Guess it ain't no secret how you, I say, can you ask them to put their weapons down? I was just reaching in my coat to give you a cigar.
Fight it with all of our might. Chances are some heavenly star-spangled night we'll find.
I would sooner spit on the grave of my dead mother than let some courier walk the wasteland fuck talk to me like that. Who the hell do you think you are? Looking to cash your chips to the sound of NCR bullets, huh? I can oblige.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. New Vegas. Thank you very, very much for listening. We've got some news for you coming right up. According to a new report, violent crime is on a sharp decline.
Look, I know you're riding high right now, but let me tell you, you ain't pissing on me right now. You're pissing on the bear. You've been far enough west, I'm guessing, to know how far that claw stretches. Fuck with the bear and...
Caesar's Legion continues to fortify its position in Nelson, where it remains a constant concern for Camp Forlorn Hope and the nearby town of Novak. Boy, the Mojave Wasteland is just a fascinating...
You want me to make tracks out of here? Head back west? Tail between our legs? No. I came for a fight today. And if you're looking to make me budge, you better have a damn good left hook, or I'm not going anywhere. Right now, that's all that's standing there. Well, except for the corpses. So that's your plan? Hold the dam here all by your lonesome?
Play the guitar.
They wouldn't.
Again, my Johnny. Maybe you're cold, but you're so warm.
This has been a fuck of a day. Do you know what you're doing? Making a nation like you think you're doing ain't like chowing down on a pile of fancy lad snack cakes. Think you got the guts to carve out a frontier? Build towns, protect the roads, run supplies, train troops?
For the one they call Johnny Guitar. Play it again, Johnny Guitar. What if you go? What if you stay? I love you. What if you're cruel? You can be kind. I know. There was never a man like my Johnny. Like the one they call Johnny Guitar.
Hell. Can't believe we got suckered by some road jockey. Should have watched the flank while Caesar's best was making all that noise. I know what those robots of yours can do on a bad day, and I'm not eager to toss lies at them just to make a point. But if you're taking this place, you better hope you can hold it. I'll give my superiors my opinion, but I don't think they're going to listen. So if NCR comes at you, and it will, pray you're ready. I promise you, our situation's reversed, I'd see you hang. What the hell? No, get away from you goddamn TV on wheels.
I've got a new Christmas compilation coming out soon. Nuclear Winter Wonderland. Look for it on holotape. All the latest news coming your way right now. The president of the NCR has been killed at Hoover Dam. President Kimball...
You did a super job wrapping things up, and I'm not just saying that because I have to. I didn't want to make a big deal about this until after we won, but, well, I found some code snippets in one of Mr. House's databanks that will let me, reprogram my personality to be a little more assertive, basically. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and it's going to take me a while, so it'll seem like I'm offline. But don't worry, everything will be okay. I've updated the Securitron's targeting parameters so they know what to do. Vegas will be protected. So that's where I'll be, off making a few changes. And I guess I'll see you around. We accomplished a lot together. It was fun. Take care.
And so the courier who had cheated death in the cemetery outside Goodsprings cheated death once again, and the Mojave Wasteland was forever changed. The courier, with the aid of Yes Man, drove both the Legion and the NCR from Hoover Dam, securing New Vegas's independence from both factions. With Mr. House out of the picture, part of the Securitron army was diverted to the Strip to keep order. Any chaos on the streets was ended. Quickly. Chaos became uncertainty, then acceptance with minimal loss of life. New Vegas assumed its position as an independent power in the Mojave. Supporting the ideals of independence, the courier was recognized as the man responsible for a truly free New Vegas. He ensured Mr. House's tyranny was broken, and neither Caesar's Legion nor NCR would ever gain control over New Vegas.
Tabitha and Rhonda went east, through Caesar's land. Occasionally, tales of their exploits found their way back west, though few believed them. Eventually, the stories concerning the duo were collected and published, and proved to be quite popular with children.
Still grappling with self-doubt over his usefulness in the face of old age, Raul was never able to find peace with himself. Eventually, he left the Mojave and assumed a new name, as he had done so many times before.
Though the wasteland became anarchic after Hoover Dam, the Boomers' display of power dissuaded fortune seekers from attempting to penetrate Nellis.
Buried beneath tons of rubble, the Mojave chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel was no more. Those few who were outside the Hidden Valley bunker when it was destroyed settled into new lives, or headed west to find a new chapter to join.
Their leaders destroyed by the courier, the fiends scattered throughout the wasteland. Without the organization of Motor Runner, Cook, Violet, and Driver Nephi, they were easy prey.
After the courier ensured New Vegas remained free, the followers found that independent Vegas was even more unstable and violent than before. Old Mormon Fort became excessively burdened by the influx of patients, struggling to provide even the most basic of services.
With New Vegas's independence formally declared, Goodsprings thrived. More travelers stopped by Goodsprings on their way to and from the Strip, and the locals grew prosperous from the traffic.
In the years following the destruction of Cassidy caravans, NCR used evidence of the plot to blackmail the Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs. NCR enacted strict trade laws with little resistance, strengthening their supply lines and their position in the Mojave. Cass lived to see the courier bring down 3 armies, and by her count, That was 3 more than she'd expected. She kept quiet about that, though.
After their suicidal last stand at Hoover Dam, the Great Khan ceased to exist as a tribe. The few surviving members dispersed, joining up with other tribes and gangs across the Mojave, and quickly forgot their heritage.
Thanks to the Courier and Lily, a cure for the Nightkin's schizophrenia was found shortly after Dr. Henry's experiment concluded. Nightkin and other super mutants in the wasteland flocked to Jacobstown, and the town became known as a haven where a mutant could find peace.
Encouraged by the Courier to stop taking her medication altogether, Lily's instabilities grew worse with each passing day. Eventually, she became little more than a ravening beast, the kindly old grandmother subsumed beneath the rage.
The Kings retained their control of Freeside, and while they continued to favor the needs of locals, they tolerated the citizens of the defeated NCR.
Revitalized by Violetta's brain, Rex eventually learned to balance the memories of his old life with Violetta's experiences among the brutal fiends. His mind had difficulty adjusting, but Rex eventually found peace with his new, more vicious self.
Shaped up by the Courier's advice, the Misfits distinguished themselves during the Legion's attack on Camp Golf. Mags was finally promoted to sergeant, and the rest of the Misfits received an official commendation. They continued to serve with distinction for many years.
Though Novak was a low-priority target for the Legion, many of Novak's citizens died in its defense. In the weeks that followed, several Bright followers returned to Novak to help restore its defenses, allowing it to remain independent of NCR.
Though NCR was withdrawing from the region, Boone remained in New Vegas, finding work as a security guard and caravan scout along the highways. While he might have preferred rejoining his old unit, Boone couldn't bring himself to abandon the city where he'd met his wife.
After Hoover Dam, the leaderless powder gangers at the correctional facility vanished into the wastes, leaving the prison empty. The correctional facility became another abandoned ruin in the wasteland, its carcass occasionally picked over by enterprising prospectors.
After the majority of the Vault 19 powder gangers joined the Great Khans, the weaker members scattered throughout the Mojave wasteland. Though a few managed to erase their past, most never survived the journey.
After Hoover Dam, Sheriff Myers runs Primm with his own style of frontier justice. He deals with most folks fairly, but now and then someone winds up dead with little to no evidence against them.
Despite distinguishing themselves during the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, the Rangers' victory was short-lived due to the Courier's interference. Chief Hanlon personally directed the evacuation of the Rangers to Mojave Outpost as they fell back into NCR territory. Bitter over the waste of life in the Mojave, Hanlon stepped down from his post. After a campaign in which he denounced Oliver's and Kimball's hawkish, imperialist ways, Hanlon was elected as the Senator of Reading.
Merciless in their assault on the NCR, the remnants struck fear into the hearts of even the Centurions at Hoover Dam. Caesar's heirs aggressively pursued the remnants into Arizona, losing hundreds of legionaries in the process, and gaining nothing in return.
And so the Courier's road came to an end, for now. In the new world of the Mojave Wasteland, fighting continued, blood was spilled, and many lived and died just as they had in the old world. Because war never changes.
Thank you.